What's going on, guys? It's VenomousFatman here again. I'm sitting down on the BITT, the boys in the tube. I'm sitting down with Luge. We were just talking earlier about her origins with gaming. We talked about the Guinness Book of World Records and her world record for playing Little Big Planet for 50 hours straight. We talked about the tester. So now let's talk about the thing that's most important right now. Let's talk about some games. So, Luge, let me ask you, why is it necessary that the PlayStation 3 is your console of choice? Why is it that you like playing on Sony's console so much?
Totally, I'm a Sony fangirl, but I always had a PlayStation 1, had a PlayStation 2, so it just made sense to get the PlayStation 3. It's fabulous. I have a PlayStation Portable, so keeping it in the Sony family. Love the exclusives, Little Big Planet, that's what pretty much sold me on it. Ratchet and Clank, Resistance, these games were calling out to me. So I was like, all right, PlayStation 3, sold.
That's cool. So if you had one choice, out of all the features that the PlayStation 3 had to offer, what would be necessarily, in your opinion, the best feature of the PlayStation 3?
Best feature would be PlayStation Home. I love, just going in there and being social, meeting people, and just all the features within it, going to all the different worlds and exploring, and going on there to watch the tester in the theater. I did it every week when the tester came out, so I love PlayStation Home.
That's awesome. Now, you also mentioned earlier before that you actually have a PlayStation Portable, a PSP. So tell us a little bit about it, at least your opinions on the PSP, and what are some of your favorite games to actually play on there?
Okay, so I have the old school PSP. I remember it was my 21st birthday, and my brothers came up to me and they were like, "What do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, "I want a PSP." So they went out, they bought me a PSP for my birthday, and they bought me a bunch of games. But my favorite is I have SOCOM on there and Ratchet and Clank, and I watch all my movies on there whenever I go on long trips in the car. Always bring in my PSP. It has my music on it, my movies on it. So I love my PSP.
Now that's pretty cool. So necessary with everything that Sony's been doing up to this point, because in the beginning the PlayStation 3 kind of got off to a rocky start where it had a little bit of a bad rap, the most expensive system on the market the time being. But as it's matured now, and also where you have things like the PSP kind of growing a little bit, and then also over the horizon now the NGP, are you necessarily happy with what Sony is doing right now for their gamer fans out there?
Absolutely. I think that the technology is just getting better and better, and they're just releasing, better products for the gamers, and that's what I love about Sony. They're coming out with the new NGP. I mean, I can only wait to get my hands on that. It looks ridiculous.
That's a day one for you?
That's a what?
That's a day one purchase for you? You're going to be on midnight release or something?
I don't care if the line's 10 blocks long. I'm, going to stand out there and get my NGP, to no doubt.
That's awesome. Now, if in your opinion, this is completely opinion related, if you have to say a couple things that necessarily the other gaming companies out there, for example Nintendo or Microsoft, for example, what is it that they necessarily need to do in order to kind of pique your interest? Since Sony pretty much is right now your console, your brand of choice, with all the good stuff that Sony does, what is it about the other gaming companies that they need to do in order to kind of pique your interest, to maybe, the possibility of you getting an Xbox 360 or maybe even a Nintendo Wii or a 3DS or something?
You know what? For every gaming system, even PlayStation 3 included, there's always room for improvement. Having the PlayStation 3 now, I really don't see any need to go out and buy any other consoles. So I don't know. I really can't answer that question, but I just love my PlayStation 3. I play on it about 4 hours a day, and it's my fix.
That's cool. Now, besides playing games, do you also watch movies on your PlayStation 3? Watching Blu-ray movies, TV series on PSN or something like that?
I watch my Netflix on it, and I love it. I love that I can just go on, sign on, and pick a movie out, and I can watch Netflix from my PlayStation 3. It's just, it's incredible.
That's pretty cool. So now moving away from, the whole Sony and PlayStation 3 stuff and everything, you were at PAX East not too long ago at the event.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about your experience and what were some of the best things that you saw down there at PAX, or even some of the worst on top of that.
Okay, so I went to PAX East last weekend where I went with my brother. He was awesome. I thank him so much for coming with me because I probably wouldn't have went by myself. But going down there, I mean, the convention center, it was awesome. It's a gamer's paradise. You couldn't turn and look one way without seeing gamers and games. So that was like the biggest thing. The most thing I was excited for was SOCOM 4, and I actually got to play on it for a little bit, and it looks really good. So I'm really looking forward to that coming out. Other things that I was looking forward to was just meeting up with other gamers, and I got to see Amp, Nauseous, Star, a bunch of other people. It was really cool. I really went there to see new games and meet up with some of the gamers. So it was a lot of fun.
Now, there was a bunch of parties and stuff going on down at PAX East. Did you get a chance, getting away from the convention floor to actually go check those out and hang out with all the guys and the people that you know there?
Yeah. The first night I went to the Machinima and Destructoid party, and I met some of the guys from Machinima. Then the second night I went to the Gamers Gone Wild party, which was pretty epic. It was a lot of fun. I met Hip Hop Gamer down there, and he was a blast. He was a great guy to hang out with. And then the last night, I just really wanted to tour Boston because I've never been there before. So it was a lot of just walking around and seeing the sights.
That's pretty cool. So with your experience at PAX East, that pretty much now behind you, what was probably the best thing that you experienced or that you saw down there? And also, what would you want to see if you ever get a chance to go again next year?
The best thing about going down there was meeting up with the gamers, seeing Amp, the Nauseous, and Star, and Hip Hop Gamer, and meeting new people. I went down there to see the games and everything, and to see them, and then just seeing them and hanging out with them and being in that atmosphere. It was it was so much fun. They bring the party. It was a lot of fun hanging out with them.
Now, besides PAX, what other conventions are you thinking of actually maybe going to check out, as far as whether it be games or not? Which kind of conventions do you have that are on your radar?
Right now, I know E3 is going to be coming up, and you got Comic-Con coming up, so I'm probably just going to be staying local and probably going to Comic-Con New York. I mean, if anything changes, my plans are flexible. I might, go out to E3 or, hit up some other places, but right now I'm going to be low-key and just hit up Comic-Con New York. I think it's in October or something. I went last year, and it was a lot of fun.
All right, so that's pretty cool. So if anything, out of all the places that you've been so far, what was so far the best actual, convention or event that you actually went to, and why?
PAX, hands down. I loved going there. I loved just seeing all the gamers. I loved playing SOCOM. I loved, just walking around, seeing Duke Nukem's coming out and Star Wars Republic and watching the games and watching the tournaments. It was a lot of fun. Plus, when I went to Comic-Con, I only went for one day. And PAX, I went for 2 days. So kind of has the advantage right now, but PAX, hands down, it was just a blast to be there.
Oh man, you got to go to Comic-Con for all 3 days.
I know.
But anyway, we got a couple questions over here from some of the fans, because this time, in case you guys don't remember on my channel update, I said that for this BITT interview, I'm actually going to be taking questions from some of you guys. So a couple guys were at least willing to chip in some questions. So we got one from 9th Gen Hero over here. Okay, he says, Luge, okay, what is your ultimate goal as a hardcore gamer? The ultimate kind of creme de la creme for you as a hardcore gamer.
My ultimate goal, that's a very, very good question. I guess just to play my games and be happy about it. I don't want to get into games and just be throwing the controller back and forth. I just want to play games that are good games, make me excited, and have a story and that I like. So just playing enjoyable games.
That's pretty cool. So we got one more over here from his actual, I'm not lying, guys, his actual name is Some Guy. I'm not Some Guy. Okay, he wants to know necessarily when are we going to be seeing you maybe on TV again, if at all, in sometime in the near or far future.
I don't know about TV anytime soon, but if you guys want to see me, you guys can go to my YouTube channel where I do gaming commentaries and reviews, and also dipping my foot into wrestling, and that's at Luge PS3. So you guys can log on. I try to put videos up 2 to 3 times a week.
That's pretty cool. So now we're kind of gearing towards the end of this actual interview. So right now we're looking at your website. So tell us a little bit about what your website here has to offer. I know it's got Luge Productions right stamp on the front of it. So tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So pretty much it's really gaming related. I have PlayStation blog on my front page, so you guys can see all the new games that are coming out, all the new features on PlayStation that are coming out. And also, guys, I do some editing for feature films and Brooklyn-based short films and stuff like that. So I have my reels on there, and pretty much anything you want to know about me or need to know about me is on the website. I also host like live gaming sessions on Justin TV, which is on the website, and you could watch me play, kill some noobs.
That's always good to see. So yeah, we got your website here. It's www.lugeproductions.com. And also, you're also on Twitter. So please tell everybody your Twitter name.
It's the same as my YouTube name. It is Lugey PS3, Lugey PS3.
There you go. And then also, what is it? You have your YouTube page, you have your website, you got the Twitter. So pretty much you're pretty much all over the place. So you got a whole bunch of a woman of many talents, guys. So yeah, so anyway, I want to thank you very much for coming on to the BITT, for doing this interview, both for YouTube and also for RealTacoGamer.com. Are there any last minute, shout outs that you want to throw out to people, or rant outs, whatever you want? Now's the time to get it out of your chest.
Okay, well, my first shout out's going to go to you. I want to thank you so much for inviting me to do this. It's been a pleasure. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, thank you.
I can't believe we've been on this phone call for so long. It went by so fast. And I guess just my family and friends and everyone out there listening. So thank you, guys.
All right, so there you have it, guys. Luge from the tester, the Guinness World Record holder here for 50 hours playing Little Big Planet, or Little Big Planet 1 or Little Big Planet 2?
Planet 2.
Little Big Planet 2. Okay, so yeah, I just got to get that straight, guys. So yeah. So anyway, thank you very much. It was really a pleasure. We hope sometime in the future we'll get you on here again to talk some more, maybe a year or two down the line, see what's going on with you and stuff. But anyway, overall, did you have a fun time on here? Oh,
absolutely. Thank you so much.
Anyway, guys, right now in the description box, you guys could check out all the different spots where you could check out Luge's stuff, both her website, her Twitter account, and also her YouTube channel. So be sure to definitely check all those out. So anyway, from both Luge and from VenomousFatman, this has been the BITT, the boys and girls in the tube. So we'll talk to you guys again soon. Peace, everybody.